I wouldn't say it's a night and day difference. For the most part, images taken on both phones look similar, they look good. It's just that the A16 has a more balanced approach when it comes to color and contrast, which gives it the edge over the Note 14. Another thing that gives it an edge over the Note 14 is its ultra-wide camera, which, again, the Note 14 doesn't have. The ultra-wide camera isn't particularly impressive, but it's still a nice to have. So yeah, the A16 takes better photos. Unlike with photos though, I think the Note 14 takes better video. Both phones shoot at 1080p, but as you can probably see, the Note 14's video is stabilized, while the A16's isn't. Most people just pull out their phones and record. They don't use tripods or gimbals. So I think most people would prefer to have a phone that can shoot stable video. And then on top of that, I think the Note 14's videos even look better. They look more vibrant and colorful. So yeah, the Note 14 takes better videos. Now, switching over to the selfie cameras, on paper, the Note 14 comes out on top, 20 megapixels to 13 on the A16, but is it better? I wouldn't say it's better, instead I'll say it's close. Again, just like with the main camera, they both produce somewhat similar, somewhat good-looking photos, but the A16, in my opinion, comes out on top because of how it handles color and contrast. But feel free to let me know what you guys think. And then, just like the main camera, the selfie video quality on the Note 14 is better, thanks to it having, once again, video stabilization. So in general, I would say the A16 is better at taking photos, while the Note 14 is better at taking videos. They'll both share the point. The final big category is battery. Unsurprisingly, the Redmi Note 14 wins this category. It has a bigger battery at 5,500 mAh compared to the A16's 5,000 mAh battery, and it also supports faster charging at 33 watts compared to 25 watts on the A16. So a bigger battery and faster charging. Oh, and you don't get any charging adapter with the A16, only with the Note 14. So yeah, the battery category belongs to the Note 14. It's not looking good for the A16. The Redmi Note 14 won in basically every category. The A16 only managed to get 0.5 points because it takes better photos. So, does that mean nobody should buy the A16? Well, not really, because there are still two more categories we should consider. One of them is software. The A16 actually wins this category for two reasons: stability and longevity. One UI, although not as feature-packed, is known to be stable, or at least more stable than Redmi's MIUI. One common complaint I see from Redmi users is that you get bugs every now and then, especially after updating the software. I personally haven't experienced any of such, but it appears a lot of people have. So yeah, just thought to mention that. One UI, on the other hand, seems to be fine. I don't think I've heard anyone complain about bugs on their Samsung phone. They would complain about other stuff though, like the lack of a native screen recorder, or the absence of the always-on display feature. But yeah, they won't complain about stability. Next reason why the A16 wins this category is longevity. Samsung has promised that the A16 will get 7 years of major Android updates. That is 4 or even 5 more years than what we would get on the Redmi Note 14. I don't think anyone would need to keep their budget phone for 7 years, but if you wanted to, well, you can. Software goes to the A16. Pricing is a bit different in every region, but in this region, the Note 14 is cheaper. If you go for the 6 128GB variant for both phones, you'll be spending $259,000 for the A16 and $253,000 for the Note 14. So the Note 14 is cheaper, and if you remember, comes with more accessories, a charging adapter, and a protective case. If you go with the A16, you would have to spend more to get a charger and a protective case. This is the last category, and the Note 14 wins it. So what's the conclusion? Well, if you're a big Samsung fan, or maybe you really like One UI and that 7 years of OS updates, then yeah, you should get the A16. Also, if you really like taking photos, like only photos and not too much video, I think you should also get the A16. But for everyone else, anyone interested in getting the overall